popular demand, it would seem that people will want me to go live. So I guess I'm gonna have to do that. You see the title, but before we get into it, before the show actually starts, I'm gonna allow you guys to hear some music. At night when I do live shows, I'm gonna make sure that I have new talent and new artists to come up. This is one of my singles that will be coming out on my last project. Check it out. Everybody, you know.
Take your body down to your spine. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick a body down to her fingers. Lick a body down to her fingers. Get it in. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick a body down to her fingers. Lick a body down to her fingers.
She ride, but got it. And she like it thug, got it. Shorty, when I please your body, I make you not need nobody. Let me taste it, open up, let me savor it. And I'm working with this 10, and I'm trying to be your favorite. Girl, free me out your mind, and imagine where I place it. I teach you how to take that, stroke by stroke, that latex. She called my room the nut house. We be having cum sex. She come till she lose count. She be like, you come next. I hit that hard, croquette. I'm inside to the sunset. She on fire, she soaking wet. But this my show, this my set. Now I arch back and I grip her neck, and I'm working her till I see it sweat. And I'm down to see how deep we get, how we can get the peak of it. If sex is a puzzle, well girl, I put the pieces in. As long as we share this bed, I swear she'll never sleep again. Go.
Need a break, baby. Making you shake, baby. How much more you gonna take, baby? Break over. Let's go.
Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick a body.
Hey everybody, welcome to the New Red Party. This is the New Red Party show, and I'm your host, Dr. Red Prescribe. You can call me Dr. P. You see the title of the show, The Invention of the Beta Male. The Liberals and the GMO Foods. So I was asked to come and step in by popular demand, so I figured this is what I would do. You know, get in here and be able to spit my little facts about a couple things, you know, get a good half an hour in a chat, see what's going on with the folks. I'm trying to let this building jump up real quick a little bit more. We won't be here long. We're just going to touch on some things. All right, that's looking better. That's looking better. That's looking better. All right. Tell me if you hear me good. Tell me if you hear me good. Tell me if you hear me good. Make sure you guys. Thank you very much, Sunshine. I appreciate you for that too, for that comment. Hey, I see everybody getting in the building, man. It's good to see people in the building, man. There's a lot of beta males around here nowadays, guys. Just too many beta males, man. It's not becoming a comfortable state. When you turn on the news and everything you see is a bunch of grown men whining and crying and whining and crying, it becomes annoying. Like the rain right now in New York City. turn on the news nowadays, all you hear is whining and crying and whining and crying and whining and crying. And you're wondering, where is this coming from, this environment? Aside from the food being full of estrogen, the chemical hormone which causes females to grow. Aside from that fact, which we will definitely get into during this show, it's the actual policies which are forced upon poor American communities that we live in today. We're going to get into it. So, back with my trusty book, looking like I need to look. We're going to get into some things here today, people, today. Alright, so, first, where should we start? Should we start off with the food or should we start off with the agenda? Because we have to have a starting point. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to start off with the agenda, because this gives you the understanding on how far things have gone when you can understand this much. Okay, so if you check, Bayer aspirin, the people that produced Bayer aspirin, have knowingly give people HIV/AIDS, and with no repercussions whatsoever. When I mean like no repercussions whatsoever, I mean none whatsoever. We'll get the actual case up right now. So as soon as you type in Bayer aspirin gives people AIDS, this is what you'll see. And fair use, people, fair use. You know, you gotta say this in the news. You gotta say this now when I do this now. Everything I'm playing right now is in fair use. Fair use. See, we're gonna break down some things here.
We appreciate you being on tonight. Thanks for the invitation, Joe. Okay, let's talk about the rat of the week. Why is Bayer Corporation the rat of the week? Internal documents show that after this company positively, absolutely knew that they had a medication that was infected with the AIDS virus, they took the product off the market in the U.S. and then they dumped it in France, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. The medicine's called Factorate. It was an injection medicine that was used for hemophiliacs, mostly children. Children who had been born with an incurable disease. Hold on, Mike. So hold on. So you're telling me that Bayer knew that this drug was infected with the AIDS virus. They yanked it from the market in America, and then they dumped it in markets overseas? They had to figure out a way, Joe, to make a profit on a product that they could not sell in America. So they made a huge profit. They dropped the product in Japan, Spain, and France. By the way, Joe, government officials in France that allowed that to happen actually had to go to prison for it. In America, not one corporate executive for this company has been indicted or even criminally investigated by our Justice Department. Why not? Why, you're telling me that these people that dumped this AIDS-tainted blood in foreign countries, who killed children, have not been taken to task in the United States? It's worse than that. The U.S. government allowed it to happen. The FDA allowed this to happen. And now the government is completely looking the other way. Thousands of innocent hemophiliacs have died from the AIDS virus. And not only they're dying, their family members are dying because they're becoming infected with the disease. This company knew absolutely that they had a problem with the product. They knew that it was infected with AIDS. They dumped it because they wanted to turn this disaster into a profit. Mike, I want to read to you what Bayer told the New York Times about this scandal. They said Bayer behaved responsibly, ethically, and humanely. Decisions made nearly 2 decades ago were based on the best scientific information.
No, I'm letting you guys get
of the
this.
time, and were consistent with the regulations in place. That sounds like a lot of legal mumbo jumbo. Now, you say you have internal documents that show that they knew that this drug they were dumping was tainted with the AIDS drug? Or the AIDS virus?
The documents show that there was no question that this company absolutely understood the risk, that they knew that it was contaminated. It wasn't a possibility. They knew it was contaminated. Americans were dying from the product before it was pulled off the market. The only reason it was pulled off the market is because lawyers found the documents and showed it to the government, and finally the government said, you can't sell it here, but then the government allowed them to dump it in Spain, France, and Japan.
That's amazing. That's just amazing.
Well,
I want to read to you what the New York Times said, and this is an investigation that they also did, and they said the federal government was part of the problem. While the Food and Drug Administration told the company not to ship the drugs overseas, the man responsible for the drug supply, quote, asked that the issue be quietly solved without alerting the Congress, the medical community, and the public. This is a cover-up, and our Congress is not doing anything. What should Americans do?
So don't think that for some strange reason that when you find yourself sick all of a sudden and you know you've been taking care of yourself, it's now all of a sudden now you're sick with something that ails you that you know normally you wouldn't have. Realize that the things that you're eating and the chemicals that you put in your body are really, really, really not good for you. You need to start checking the source. And we're going to get to everything. We're going to break all of this down, especially when it comes to the beta male. See, the beta male.
So post the period when you published your findings?
Before we published the findings and before the EPA became involved, the company tried to purchase the data. They tried to give me a new contract so that they would then control the data and the experiments. They actually tried to get me to come and visit the company to get control of those data. And when I refused, I invited them to the university. I offered to share data, but they wanted to purchase the data. And then they actually, as mentioned in the New York article, they actually hired scientists to try to refute the data or to pick apart the data, and eventually they hired scientists to do experiments that they claim refuted our data, and then that escalated to the company, actually Tim Pasteur in particular, and others from the company coming to presentations or lectures that I was giving to make handouts or to stand up and refute the data, and eventually even led to things like threats of violence. Tim Pasteur, for example, before I would give a talk, would literally threaten, whisper in my ear that he could have me lynched, or he would quote said he would send some of his good old boys to
Right
show
now,
me what
I'm
it's like to be
playing
gay. Or at one point,
an insert from this link I just posted in here about the food making people homosexual.
Right now, how do you know I haven't sent somebody there to take care of her? Isn't your daughter there? So eventually, it really slipped into
Tyrone Hayes, a professor of Berkeley, California.
Scary tactics.
So what did you do? I mean, this is very serious. You could bring criminal charges if you're being threatened and stalked in this way.
Well, initially, I went to my vice chancellor here at the university. I went to my dean. I went to legal counsel here at the university. And I was told by legal counsel that, I was told, first of all, by the vice chancellor for research at the time that, you published the work.
We're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to all of that. The first thing first.
I tried to impress upon her, Beth Burnside at the time.
We're going to get to the liberals. We're going to get to everything.
It wasn't over, that I was really being pursued by the manufacturer. And eventually, when I spoke with the lawyer here at the university, I was told that, I represent the university and I protect the university from liability. You're kind of on your own. And I remember I looked at him and I said...
Okay, so what that talk is about is a chemical called estrogen. That's just not it, people. Let me get into the nitty-gritty. Okay, so every time you eat an animal, the animal is almost always a female. Okay? This female is then pumped full of estrogen, the growth hormone that makes the animal grow fast. These animals are filled full of harsh chemicals, which are then they're inside the body, stored in your body, and then passed on to the children. The children find themselves, the child, the fetus, finds itself in a state of disarray because of the chemical imbalance, and the brain has to pick a side. And in most cases, currently now, it has to mutate the gene in the frontal lobe that wants it to procreate with the opposite sex. It mutates it so it doesn't, in order for the child to survive. Because if it's a boy and the body is trying to produce testosterone, so much estrogen is being pushed and produced into its environment that the body will then stop producing testosterone and produce estrogen. When a female who produces estrogen has too much estrogen induced into her, her body will then start to produce, you get it now. This is the reason why you're finding more females aggressive and more males currently more feminine. Because of the appetites that they have and the cravings that they have for fast food, such as McDonald's, which gives you a clear sign that there is, in fact, chemicals in their food, and the chemicals can, in fact, harm you and cause cancer and birth defects. I'm not lying, people. Like, there's a sign in McDonald's that tells you it's hard to because that'll be like the last thing that you'll actually see. But I promise you this, that you'll go in McDonald's and you will walk in there, and when you walk in there,
Lick your body down to your vine. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers. Get it in. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers.
She ride, but got it. And she like it thug, got it. Shorty, when I please your body, I make you not need nobody. Let me taste it. Open up, let me savor it. And I'm working with this 10, and I'm trying to be your favorite. Girl, free me out your mind, and imagine where I place it. I teach you how to take that, stroke by stroke, that latex. She called my room the nut house. We be having cum sex. She come until she lose count. She be like, you come next. I hit that hard croquette. I'm inside to the sunset. She on fire, she soaking wet. But this my show, this my set. Now I arch back and I grip her neck, and I'm working her till I see it sweat. And I'm down to see how deep we get, how we can get the peak of it. If sex is a puzzle, well girl, I put the pieces in. As long as we shit it.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sitting here, I was trying to get everything situated just now. I don't know what the hell happened just now. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sitting here, I was trying to get everything situated just now. I don't know what the hell happened. 14 people in the building. I'm so sorry, people. Let me know if it's better now. Let me know if everything's situated now. Let me know. I guess I can't do. Damn, it's crazy. Yeah, so I was trying to get something up here real quick, man, and I don't know why or what the situation is or what's going on, but it definitely just like clearly hated on what it was that I was trying to do. I can try to do it again. Let me see. Oh, you know what? No, that's the reason why it's messing up. Yeah, because I'm doing something wrong. I was just doing something wrong, people. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. We're going to get y'all there. Don't worry about it. We're going to get y'all there. We're going to get y'all could just hold tight. Y'all could just hold. I got you. I'm trying to get an image up here for you guys to see. I want you to see something. When you go to a McDonald's, this is something I want you to look at. Something I want you to see. And this is what you'll see. This is what you will see. You guys see this? Can you guys see this? So I'm pulling this up for you. This is what you'll see. That's what you'll see. That's what you're going to see. Chemicals known to cause cancer or birth defects or other reproductive harm may be present in foods. People, come on, man. People, come on, man. Do you see that, man? I'm sorry that it's doing this while I'm trying to get in here and do my 1-2 and get this done, so you know it can get there. Maybe I should have you know, I thought I would be able to actually, you know, get it done while I'm in here, but you know it's not letting me do it, so it's whatever. Maybe I have to do it in the studio mode. That way it's different, and I'll look into that next. But if you go to McDonald's, you'll see the same thing. So all of the food that we're presently giving the kids from these fast food places, you have to understand something. Everywhere you go in any major city, every corner store sells chicken. Every store sells chicken. And in order to have these many chickens, you would need like a continent of chickens. Like literally to naturally let them breed to fit this kind of demand. They are in fact making these chickens. As soon as they come off the conveyor belts, all the male chickens are discarded and they only keep the females so they can pump them full of estrogen. The milk that you have is only pus and blood of the animal, and it is filled with estrogen. The reason why there's a bunch of females running around here overly aggressive is because there is a chemical imbalance inside of their bodies, and the reason why there is a bunch of simps running around here crying and boo-hooing because my president knows how to let his nuts hang is because there is currently a ton of kids that are brought up on GMO soy milk. The breakdown is simple. The Democrats are adamantly involved in keeping poor people victimized and ignorant to what they can do, and keeping them stagnated from being able to be great, period. How so? They make sure that most of the drugs they do allow to come into this country actually comes into the inner cities and the ghettos. Right now, the ghettos are so diverse that it's hard to say you're making a great impact on any group, because if you're poor, you're here, you're on some type of drug in the first place, unless you smoke weed and then you don't do any drugs. That's probably it. And if that, you know, they was locking you up not too long ago for it. Most of the medications that they have also have side effects, which are causing chemical imbalances. You will learn that the majority of the individuals who are in the LGBT community are the ones with the highest rate of suicide. Now, I tried to commit suicide before. This is no laughing matter. So when I talk about this, I don't want anyone to say that I'm being insensitive. And I tried to commit suicide because I was facing life in federal prison. And instead of me doing life in federal prison, I chose to take my own life and was unsuccessful. And it's a blessing because I'm here telling you the story, telling you the real story, telling you everything that's real. Everything that I tell you is nothing that I'm sitting here trying to make up to sell you guys a dream or story. Everything else, everything I'm telling you is things that I sat down and I did the research on. I put links inside the chat. That way people are able to go check out some things for themselves and then go from there, from that point. But I've done my research on this. So we're going to just continue to get into this. The Democrats then start to introduce bills that removed you, the American, from having say-so in your own home. You can't rear your children anymore. And I'm not talking about abusing your kids, but kids deserve a light spanking. There's nothing wrong with a light spanking. A light spanking got you a good long way, and it made you actually respect your elders. There is no one in Congress right now who didn't get a spanking when they were a child. I promise you that much. The president got a spanking. So there's no way in the world of people that are making laws and now telling us what we can and can't do in our own homes. As I exposed the whole breakdown of the educational system to you, I told you where it came from, which is Jimmy Carter's administration, and where him signing into effect the Department of Education and Organization, which gave birth to the Department of Education and the Department of Human Resources the Department of Human Resources and Health. Now, I told you, it sounds like it's all good, but it's not, because they regurgitate the same lessons to every single kid. So every kid is given the same BS over and over and over and over and over again. And you know why they give it to them over and over and over again? So all of them become good slaves. Whenever they find a child that is outspoken, that has an alpha spirit, the first thing they do is find medication so they can beta them. All you hear currently on television is a bunch of people whining, whining, whining. You know why? Because they're not getting their way. The government has handed everything to individuals so they can turn around and hand it to individuals who don't seek to work for it. Who don't seek to work for it. The whole persona abroad of Americans are that we are arrogant, and that doesn't come from the conservative, because the conservative is actually a humble person. That comes from the person that likes to take the flash and flash it and throw it in your face. And you know who that is, right? You know who that is, right? The jackass. It's the jackass. It's always the jackass. It never changes. It's always the jackass. It never not changes. They continue to put in laws which remove the black men from the home, and instead of these people going about their business to free all the black men that are locked up for years upon years for frivolous drug cases, they would rather let, like I said earlier, a bunch of people in here free and giving them everything free. And if any immigrant is upset with me because I'm saying that, then you can really, really, really kiss my ass if you upset because I'm saying don't let your illegal ass come into my country so you can get shit free and nobody's giving me anything free. I'm not. I'm definitely not ready to let you come and break any kind of laws when there's a bunch of black men that are taken away from their families, that have missed countless birthdays for absolutely no reason, for 5 rocks of crack. There are men locked up for the rest of their lives right now because they got caught with 1 gram of crack, and they wasn't even selling, they were probably fucking smoking it. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I can't. I don't need to hear it, because you really don't have no argument whatsoever. Every time you hear one of these simps on TV crying for one of these other simple individuals who can't seem to get it together and pull up their own weight and take care of what they need to take care of so they can get over here correctly, is the same reason why they have all these single parent households. The females are the people that are now teaching the children. And they don't have to teach the children responsibility, because all they have to be responsible for is getting up every day, sending them to an institution called a school, and making sure that twice a month they go to the mailbox to receive a check. And now, oh no, the government has jumped up the ante. The money comes right on the card, so they don't even have to go to the mailbox. It's that serious, guys. More people are coming over here. Pete, bless you, brother. Bless you, brother. More people are coming over here legally than illegally. And it's a smack in the face to everyone that comes over here legally that they continue to promote the same agenda. And all the Democrats do is play on the same people that they made, which is the LBGT community. And some of you guys may be upset with me out there, and you guys may be saying, no, I'm crazy, I was born this way. You were born that way. Because chemicals that your family, because chemicals that your mother and your father ate, and consequently it reproduced you. There's nothing wrong with you as a person, as an individual. You're free to love and do whatever it is you want to do. But the reason why you are attracted to the same sex is because the gene in your frontal lobe has mutated. It has changed, and it had to in order for you to exist, or you would have died inside of your mother's body. Period. That's it. This is just science. It has nothing to do with anything. You can leave your emotions at the door. This has to do with nothing but science. It's the only thing I'm breaking down to you. They go to the schools, and in the schools, they have open bathrooms where girls can go in with boys and boys can go in with girls. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't imagine my 8-year-old daughter going in the bathroom, and a little boy goes in the bathroom behind her, pretending that for now he wants to be a girl. Maybe he's just trying it out, but he ends up going in there and he ends up being around my little girl. I don't want my little girl playing sports and she decides to become a boxer, and they let a transsexual boxer fight my daughter, and he fucking hurts my daughter. And I'm not against anyone, but I'm just looking at what's really happening right now. What's happening is they are breeding a nation of mentally ill people. Period. They are building a nation of mentally ill people, and they are setting the people that are sane against insane individuals. It is impossible for you. Let me ask you a question, people. If I have $1 billion and I go buy a mansion and I call it Wayne Manor, and I go and buy a Batmobile and I change the basement of my home, my mansion, to the Batcave. Then I buy a replica Batsuit. And I go out at night and I beat the shit out of people. And I say I'm Batman. Does that really fucking make me Batman because I dress up like Batman? Or is Batman a fucking cartoon character? Because a female dresses up as a male doesn't make her a male. It makes her a cross-dresser. Same thing for a guy. If a guy dresses up as a girl, it doesn't make them a transsexual. It makes them a cross-dresser. This is the original term for this, new folks. For all you new kids that didn't know what it was originally called, this is what it was called. It was called cross-dressing. J. Edgar Hoover used to do it all the time. Okay? That's what it was. It wasn't called being a transsexual. And it was frowned upon before. It was frowned upon before because it was known to be a behavior from people that were chemically imbalanced. That's why people hid it. They then started to tamper and taper with the food to imbalance the poor people, so the poor people can stop breeding. Because if you're having sex with the same sex, you won't be procreating and making any babies at all. When people ask me why do I choose the diet that I choose, it's because I don't want to put anything in my body that I know is chemically trying to alter it. Every time you turn on the news and you see one of these liberals crying about what Trump said or something to the effect, they're playing on the fact that they know that they have you guys chemically induced. Period. The foods you are eating are filled with chemicals that are making you emotional. And then on top of that, every time you look in the sky and you see a plane fly by above you and it's leaving streaks, those are not jets, people. There aren't that many jets flying around in this country. Those are planes that are letting off aluminum. They're called chemtrails. And these chemtrails keep you docile, and they also make you sick and susceptible to diseases which are anaerobic. Diseases that are anaerobic are diseases that cannot survive in oxygen-induced environments. They purposely taint the air so you only breathe in about 20% oxygen, actually, every day. If you don't believe me, Google it. Check it out, people. So the average person only gets in an actual amount of 20% oxygen every day. And the rest you're getting is a bunch of chemicals. A bunch of horrible chemicals. There are a bunch of pills that I take. There's one pill that I make sure I take every day. And I'm about to go grab it real quick. If you guys want me to, I'll go get it. It's a pill that removes metal from your body. Then there's also another pill that I have that I take every day. And it is stronger than vitamin C, stronger than pretty much anything you could think of, and it cures pretty much anything that's anaerobic if you take enough of it. And also today, I have a surprise for you. I have something called 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide. This is something that has been described as a protocol for HIV/AIDS, for cancer, for herpes. And if anyone out there feels themselves sick and would like to have any more information about it, feel free to text me at 347-623-9646. Hold on while I get those medications. We'll be right back.
Body, you know. Lick your body down to your spine. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, right stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick your body down to your fingers. Lick your body down to your fingers. Get it.
Okay, guys, I am back. Okay, so this right here, Colora. This removes metals from your body. This right here will make sure that you will never have a cold. You'll find yourself with more energy. If you cut yourself, you'll heal faster. And here's something else that I want you guys to get a hold of and look at. This is 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide. As you can see, it comes in a rather peculiar way. But it's really, really, really volatile. I mean, this stuff can burn a hole in you. So when you do take it, there is instructions, and there are instructions online you can also get that will help you out with this. But there's also a doctor in Fresno, California that does this intravenously, and it works wonders. And if you are uncertain about it, you can definitely Google 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide doctor, Fresno, California, and he should pop up. And if you have the money to go there and see him, it should cost you around maybe like $1,500, maybe $2,000, possibly more. The most maybe like $5,000. But if you're trying to cure yourself of something that's killing you or killing your family, I suggest you look into it. I'm going to open the bottle because I'm pretty sure people here want to see what it looks like anyway. I'll just put it in the refrigerator once I'm finished opening it. I can find one of the available razors over here. Okay, got mine. Pretty sure everybody want to see what it look like, right? I know y'all just don't want me showing y'all plastic in a bottle, right? I know y'all want to see, right? I mean, who want to see? Let me know if y'all want to see. I gotta see a yes or something like that. I mean, I need to see a yes or something. We talking about protocol for HIV/AIDS. I need to see a yes or something. Y'all trying to see this? I need to see a yes or something. I ain't go through all this for nothing. Let me see some ones in the building. Alright, activist granny. Okay. Okay. See, this is relatively cheap. So they want to tell you that treating yourself can be done so cheaply. Now, I am not a medical doctor. My I don't have an MD. I have a PhD. I have a doctorate in philosophy. My doctorate is in divinity. It is the study of the divine. I am, in fact, an ordained minister, and I am not legally able to tell you that this cures anything. I'm only able to tell you that this is a protocol used. And there's information out there that shows that this, in fact, eradicates anaerobic diseases. And there is a list out there. If you type in 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide cures, it will come up. And I'll get it inside the chat room soon, inside the link. Okay, but here from this company here, they send you the little bottle for the drops that you can have automatically. Okay, and then they send you a larger bottle. Okay. It should come with the paper that tells you about the storage. Don't get it on your skin, so on and so forth. Doesn't have the droppage amount that you should have. Hold on, people. I'll be right back. Let me put this in the refrigerator over here. See, the thing is, if you're going to intake all of these chemicals and put these things in your body, then you need things that you can combat these things with. And a lot of these things you'll be able to purchase through my website that we are currently building. Same deals that you get off Amazon, it will be the same thing. There will be no price bumps or anything like that. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm just trying to get people as healthy as me. There are a number of people out there that are asking me, how am I the age that I am and looking as good as I look. And I just want to inform you that there are some amazing things out here that you can naturally cure yourself with. Like even putting that in the tub and bathing with it is so amazing, trust me. You can go on Amazon right now, Pen. And I'm going to get the cure list right now for you guys. They promote an environment in these children's schools of self-entitlement. They baby the kids. They remove the parents' abilities from being able to actually rear the children. And then the children don't respect authority. They become combative and disrespectful to the parents. This is I'm posting a link right now. This is to the study of 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide, and you can actually see the cure list to what it cures on there. So if you can multitask and do the same thing, you can do it. If you need to step away from the show and then come back and do that, you can do that too. But we are on the roll right now, people. I'm telling you, man. Look, we doing at least 100 subs a day, and all we doing right now is we just diving right into it. There's been no holds barred here. We have not held anything back here. We have been bringing nothing but the truth here. Logical information, things that the regular person can just ascertain quickly. Hold on, people, please. Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up? I'll be there early. I'll be there before 10. I know. Thank you. And this right here is a protocol for it. I hope it comes back negative too. But if it doesn't, then I suggest that you look into the doctor in Fresno, California. I know it's like $300 some odd dollars for the consultation, and then it may be like $500 per session per drip. If you're in the New York state area and you are available to come meet up, or if you want to talk or anything, make sure you text me at the show's number. And I'm not saying for like any charity cases or whatever, but if you have anything that you need information about pertaining to this, which is very serious, you may have a family member that may be sick that may be interested, we may be able to help. So feel free to reach out, man. There's really someone here just trying to help you. And I devote my life to getting the truth out there. I devote my life to making sure that I help people, man. So hopefully, I hope that you guys do reach out. We will be doing a meet and greet soon. I will be in Colorado from the 20th to the 24th. So if you're in Colorado and you are trying to meet up in Denver, I will be in Denver, Colorado. So feel free to hit me up. Let's link up. Guys, we are doing the mother of all rallies, September 8th. It is going down, and I am taking all the donations currently, and I am putting it towards that. So that is important as well. Anybody willing to help, please. What helps men over 40 is eating foods that don't have all that damn estrogen in it. InfoWars products are grade A, man, and that's the reason why they coming at the brother Alex like they coming at him, is because he has premium products. He's actually selling you great stuff, and that's what really kind of gave me the idea to help get the stuff off my channel too, which I know actually works, to my knowledge. No problem, Pen, no problem. I put it out there, man. Listen, Pen, when you first start taking this stuff, it is nasty. It is not going to be fun. But when you're done, you'll be better. We got 20 people in the building currently. That's not bad. In California, I have farms that actually ship the stuff to the house. Out here, I just go to like organic places. I only shop for food for 3 days. Okay, people? The reason why I do that is because when the food comes to you, it comes to you with 70% of its nutrients in it. In most cases, if you're in the city, it's probably like maybe like 60, 40, It's not really good. So I just make sure that I make enough to last me for 3 days, and I'll eat that for the 3 days. And then once it's done, I'll go shopping again for food for 3 days again. But I don't waste food. That way I have a bunch of rotten stuff in my refrigerator and stuff like that. The government has turned us to food hoarders. Okay? When you want to prepare yourself for any kind of Armageddon or situation, anything like that, the best food sources to look for, even though they may not be the best taste-wise, is to go to a military surplus store and buy the military food. It's going to last you a lot longer than anything. It will keep you alive a lot longer than anything, and you'll be able to store more of that than you will anything else. I promise you this. Trust me. If it's about survival, then I suggest you go to the military surplus store and buy military food. Trust me. If it's about just having cans in your house, if you haven't canned it yourself, then it's actually not something that you may want to think about, because it could have lead in it, it could have BPA still in it. Even if they're telling you something's not in it, it's possible it still could be in it. Things happen at the plants where bugs fall inside and everything else, so just be mindful. So they then prescribe to the African mother the ability to not have responsibility. She then gives this to the child, the white poor mother, the white Chinese mother. It doesn't matter, as long as they're poor and they're dependent on the government, they are giving the same type of attitude to the children, that they don't have to work for it. The school system then takes these children that are academically behind and still pushes them forward, and forces children that are actually inclined to have to sit in class and deal with the disruption of these individuals that shouldn't be there in the first place. I'm gonna need these lights to go up. Trying to catch some up. Okay, there you go. Alright, so then in the schools, the agenda is pushed that there should be no tolerance of bullying. Now, I remember what a bully was. A bully was a dude that was taking your lunch, pushing you over. You know, he verbally picked on you. I remember what a bully is. Every time I hear these Democrats talk about Donald Trump being a bully, I laugh, because I haven't seen him push anyone over yet. Back to the topic. They push the agenda of no bullying, and I'm for all of that. I'm for the non-verbal abuse, but the only thing I'm not with is the victimization that they also push in the school system as well. There is nothing you will find in the school system that teaches anyone that is poor that they have the right to strike out and do anything to change any system. How many individuals actually knew that Iceland overthrew their government? How many people knew that? Wait, tell me how many people knew that Iceland, they knew that? Who heard about it? I'm waiting for people to tell me. How they caught everybody crooked, and then they made them leave office. No one heard about it. You know why? Because the mainstream media doesn't talk about it. Here's a link right here, people. Y'all can go from there on. Come on, I'm just here dropping jewels tonight, man. I told you how we got that beta male, how we got that angry poor female out there now. Come on, guys. I'm the guy with the information, man. That's why you guys are here. That's why I'm the leader of the New Right Party. That's why I'm the new leader of the Walkaway movement. I'm not the founder of the Walkaway movement, but I'm definitely the new leader of the Walkaway movement. I represent the true Walkaway movement. I represent those that have been punished over and over and over and over and over again by a system that they've always tried to stand up for or believe in. I'm the person that represent that. I'm the person that represent growing up in a Democratic household, knowing that something was wrong with their policies from the very beginning. I represent that. I'm the person that said, I'm not voting for any Democrats. And anyone can check the records. The only person I ever voted for was Donald Trump. Period. I'm the person that did that walk away. I am. I'm the person that knew what the scrutiny would be. I'm the person who knew what the backlash would be. I'm that person. I took it, put it on my shoulders, on my back. I'm here with it. I'm the new leader of that movement. We almost had 150 views too, also. FYI. I'll post another link to the Iceland deception, so y'all guys can get on it. And then I'll break it down. I'll give y'all just some quick inserts of what happened. So the government of Iceland, they were just stealing money from the people. The people got tired, and the people just decided they wasn't going to go to work. So because the people didn't go to work, they consequently shut the government down. Government can't fund itself if the people aren't working. This is what a true strike would be if people decided to strike and wanted to abolish the people that are sitting here doing everything illegal under the sun and then locking people like you and me up for fucking simple shit like fucking marijuana. I'm out here amongst poor people every single day. I'm out at the news desk in some flashy suit with some flashy set, sitting there with makeup powdered all over me, going home to some penthouse. And even when the money is there, I'm still going to be the type of guy that's going to be in the trenches. It's going to be next to the people. That won't change. When you chosen, when the Creator chooses you to do something, you do it. So Iceland said we're going to overthrow our government. They overthrew their government. They have the best GDP among any countries right now in the world. Did you know that? The World Bank forgave them for all of their debts and allowed them to start from scratch. I'm not saying get rid of the World Bank. Now let me explain to you why I'm saying don't get rid of the World Bank. Now, we can do some regulations with the Fed and how the money is printed. We can definitely get a hold of that and control of that. We definitely have to. But the reason why the World Bank is important is because of this. Although people may not agree with Rothschild's family having $500 trillion, he himself does not have $500 trillion. The interest in which they control things only exists because there needs to be a system set up where people can globally compete with each other. There has to be an institution there that has nothing to do with the countries. The countries allowing themselves to be bought out is purely on the country. It's not on the person who is printing the cash. And I know this may sound like some globalist shit, but you really have to think about what I'm saying to you right now. Okay? Because every president that tried to stop these motherfuckers died. Period. We know Trump is not going to stop them. Okay? We know that already. No president is going to stop them. That shit is already solidified, and the world marketing system is already solidified. But how can we get a hold of it? We can make sure that we get a hold of how the money is printed, and we can print the money at our own demand, and we can have those laws set. That is something that we can guarantee because we can control that. You feel me? But we can't control the outer system. We have to think about taking care of here first. There's someone who asked me about globalists before, and I wanted to make sure I touched on that because he asked me about like how can we stop them. Don't get it twisted. The World Bank can forgive some of our sins and some of our debts, but we still got to pay off China. There's a bunch of people that we got to pay off, so we still got to work. Everything that we're doing right now is done in a system in which every global entity out here is competing. We are, even though we export the same. I have something about China that I'm doing, so I don't want to get into too much of it, but just trust me. It's a reason for. It's a method for the madness. All right. The people that are greedy, that are printing money, that are trying to take over stuff, they're only buying and purchasing people that are for sale, and we have to stop those individuals from stepping into office. I'm not up here with the perfect voice. I have some level of intelligence, but it doesn't far exceed a lot of other individuals that have this all planned out, all mapped out. I promise you, if you've been watching these videos from the very beginning, guys, you've seen me doing this with the iPhone 10 and with the little mic, and I'm gonna show you the little mic because we'll have this little mic forever. This little mic here. This is what we was doing. I had to plug it in, you know, to go into the iPhone 10 and everything else. And we used to have to do that. That's how we used to do this. We somewhere different with it right now, though. It doesn't take me long at all to learn anything. As long as they keep removing the men from the household, the poorest of men, they will continuously produce young males who won't mind putting on mommy shoes and mommy dresses. They won't have heroes to look up to that will teach them how to throw a football, how to get up and walk it off when they fall and get a scrape, how to prepare themselves for their first date so they learn how to clean the gun before they go out. That way they last longer. Important things like that men do. Stop laughing. It's not funny, you guys. No, it's not. I'm not talking about the equipment, bro. You don't understand when I'm saying that. What I'm saying is that everything that we have here is stuff that has been donated by individuals. It hasn't been just out my pocket. I'm not some rich guy who just went and just did it all. This came from the participation of the audience. This came from people who came in and motivated me. I taught myself how to put all of this here, dog. I had to teach myself. The people motivated me to do it. So I'm saying that to say that I may not know it all, but I know enough. And I definitely know about what I'm talking about. And honestly, Pen, if you think about it, it does kind of have to do with the equipment. Let me explain to you why. Because although we don't have, even though we do have everything, and we will have the studio set up and everything else, right? It shows the progression of the channel. There are a lot of channels that have been doing this a lot longer than we have. And they have been established a lot longer than we have, and we have found success and tremendous success, and it's because we actually just really dive into the truth. There has been no holds barred here. I'm not holding anything back here. I'm prepared to walk out of this shop, close it one day, and catch a sniper bullet because I'm running my mouth so much. If it wasn't for more complicated things happening right now, the Crooked Hillary and Dirty Dick Bill, I'm telling you, I probably would have been somebody who was found with a shotgun. Thank you, Penny. This chat is so live, y'all. Cause she is a low life. And we deep out here too. We strong out here. This nation is strong out here. We racking up these views. They probably don't monetize the channel, but it's all good because we'll have our own donation app set up, and it'll be showing everything. So it's good. Don't worry about it. We'll get that situated, y'all. YouTube want to miss out on the business, they can miss out on the business. The person he's talking about is repulsive to look at anyway. You know, all she do is yell and scream, and I hate that. Hey guys, if you have a cell phone at night before you go to sleep, I'm gonna need you guys to start turning your phones off. It's important. We'll get into that one day too. Nah, insane is cool, brother. It's a snap-on. I don't like my hats too tight. My head big enough. I don't need no marks on it. The building's jumping right now. The building's jumping right now. For those that missed the first part of the show that just got in here, I just broke down a whole lot of stuff, man. It was crazy, man. A whole lot of stuff, man. You can invest in getting an alarm clock, trust me. Okay, after this, Granny. Night. Yes, YouTube. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this live, man. This live is lit today. I'm going to keep this show nice and short. I want to thank all the moderators that came in the building. Activist Granny, Annie, Roselle, Reese, Michelle, Spell Check, We'll get into that too. You heard spell check? Lux, thank you for tuning in. Sean, thank you for tuning in. Ill Skills, thank you for tuning in. Good looking for checking in St. Hermit. I know they are. Trap Barbarous, good looking for tuning in. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna end the show off with a single that I'm gonna come out with. I'm gonna let this rock out. You can feel free to give it a listen, or you know, you can decide not to. You know, it's okay. But you might enjoy it. It's called Your Body. Will be coming out of my new project. Epitome of a rich nigga. I know, right? It is what it is, though, guys. I love you guys for tuning in. Thanks.
You know. Take your body down to your vine. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers. Get it in. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers.
She ride, but got it. And she like it thug, got it. Shorty, when I please your body, I make you not need nobody. Let me taste it. Open up, let me savor it. And I'm working with this 10, and I'm trying to be your favorite. Girl, free me out your mind, and imagine where I place it. I teach you how to take that, stroke by stroke, that latex. She call my room the nut house. We be having cum sex. She come until she lose count. She be like, you come next. I hit that hard, croquette. I'm inside to the sunset. She on fire, she soaking wet. But this my show, this my set. Now I arch back and I grip her neck, and I'm working her till I see it sweat. And I'm down to see how deep it get, how we can get the peak of it. If sex is a puzzle, well girl, I put the pieces in. As long as we share this bed, I swear she'll never sleep again. Go. Need a break, baby. Making you shake, baby. How much more you gonna take, baby? Break over. Let's go.
Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers. Get it in. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers. Deep stroke, right stroke, left stroke, west stroke. Got that best stroke. Lick her body down to her fingers. Lick her body down to her fingers. Get it.
She on top. Ooh, girl, now get it. And in a few, we switch positions. How about the shower? How about the kitchen? We do some dirty things next to the dishes. What's your wishes? Tell me, baby, is more you crave? My forte is to play with you in 4 ways. Girl, let your water fall down me your cascade. She says she never sleep, but I'm her best lay. And fuck a side bitch, girl, I lay you sideways, and I participate until for more you crave. I cannot be contained. Got you, I be thy zane. She screaming for the Lord, where hallowed be thy name. Breathe deep in and out, I got your head with me, cause nobody you find gon' compare to me. Breathe deep in and out, got your head with me, cause nobody you find gon' compare to me.
Thank you very much for tuning in. It's appreciated. You guys are amazing. You always are amazing. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay American.